Good evening. My name is Elaine Sanchez. Thank you for having me. Let's talk about your future. No one ever wants to think about getting older. Ever wonder how much the cost of living is going to cost you after you're done working? Most people are living in the present and not thinking about the past. However, why have to worry about unexpected costs in retirement if you don't have to? Planning retirement is one of the greatest ways to have a happy, successful life after you are no longer working. Today I would like to share some great facts about retirement planning, in which I will talk to you in some main points. The first main point I would like to talk about: what is retirement? Lastly, what is the goals for retirement planning, and what are ways you can save? What exactly is retirement? Planning ahead for the future. According to an article by Julia published in 2019 of November, it explains how understanding retirement and how many people retire and don't expect it due to unexpected reasons, like getting sick, getting a disability, having to take care of another family member, and etc. One quote from Julia's article: retirement refers to the time of life when one chooses permanently to leave the workforce behind. The traditional retirement in the United States is 65, and most other developed countries, most of which have some kind of national pension or benefits in place of supplement retires income. In this article, it also explains how 50% of people have to retire and didn't want to. Retirement can be sooner than you think, and you may need extra money for unexpected bills or anything you may want to do. Hey, you never know if you would like to travel. According to an article by Dana, published in May of 2020 by The Balance, how to retire wasn't a big deal as it is today. Many people had to depend only on Social Security. One article from Dana's article is: retirement is relatively new concept that has came about. Life expectancy has increased. Before retirement took place, many people would work until their time was up, or they would have a family member help them out until they passed away, or they can go into a home. What is the goal for retirement planning? According to an article by Julia in November 2020, it explains retirement goals are better to start at a younger age because you would invest in more money than you would at an older age. From this article, Julia's quote: remember that retirement planning starts long before you retire. The sooner the better. Your magic number. The amount you might need to retire comfortably is highly personalized, and the number rule of thumb you can give how to save. I have came up with a chart. This chart explains how basically if you don't have that much money, you save $60 for 45 years. By the time you retire, you can have over $30,000 saved. Just imagine, for that unexpected cost or Social Security doesn't cover, you can have that money saved. There is also other examples here on the chart that shows if you show 120, you will have over $60,000 for unexpected costs in your retirement. There are many ways to save money. Another article I have read is How to Win at Retirement, and this was written by Ron, published in the New York Times. Explains how many factors of goals retirement should start as soon as possible to invest in your money. A quotation from his article is: if two people put the same amount of money away each year, let's say $5,000, earn the same return in investment, 6% annually, and stop saving upon retirement at 67. One will end up nearly saving twice as much money as starting at 22 instead of 32. The article showing you the benefits. It can be life-changing to start making saving money as soon as you can. This is another example. This example shows you that when you are age 22 and you save $5,000 annually, you can have over $1 million saved. But if you start at 22, you will have 32, you will have less than $500,000. Another article is called How to Plan for Retirement by Rebecca, published November 1st by Encyclopedia. Explains how to have savings to travel, but also think about the other expenses you have at the same time. A quotation from this article is, one of the most enjoyable aspects of retirement planning is envisioning the future lifestyle you want. Many retirees want to travel. This article explains how many people don't think about traveling, about retirement plans, saving money. This might affect you on the ongoing trip if you don't have life goals and you want to travel. Or you may have a or you might have to go on a trip that's less expensive. Overall, retirement is very important to think about, so you can live a happy and non-stressful life after working so hard for everything you have. There are so many different ways you can invest in your money in retirement with banks or from your employers. I myself know I have people coming to my job all the time. There are different types of plans you can get, there's IRAs, Roths, there's ways you can borrow, interest, no interest. It's just a lot to look into. I would highly recommend to looking to see. I believe the sooner you look into savings for retirement, it will be easier to save. For example, I used to drink Starbucks every day, and I used to spend about $45 a week. Now I'm only drinking black coffee. Now I'm able to save that money every month. Imagine how much money that is. Maybe there's something in your life that you may not really need but buy all the time, and you can invest in that money. You wouldn't want to retire and not have enough money to pay off your debt. Retirement isn't something we think about commonly, and it is an important thing to look into. You don't want to have to end up working so hard and not be able to live a distant life after working. I highly recommend looking into different retirement plans, even if you only save about $20 a month or see what your job has to offer until you are able to put more money away. Some jobs will even match you if you put in money, just from my knowledge that I have came across. You never know until you go talk to them. No one ever wants to think about getting older, but it will soon come. Thank you for your time.